In Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds, war isn't fought on battlefields alone. It's fought in hidden farmhouses, in crowded theaters, and in the shadows where vengeance burns hotter than any fire. This is not the history we know. This is the history rewritten. Our story begins in Nazi-occupied France. A quiet farmhouse becomes the stage for terror when an SS officer arrives with chilling politeness and cold calculation. Beneath the surface of smiles and charm lies the machinery of death. In this moment, we understand survival will demand both cunning and luck. Far from Paris, another legend is born. The Inglourious Basterds, a ragtag band of Jewish-American soldiers led by Lieutenant Aldo Raine. They don't play by the rules of war. Their mission, to strike fear into the hearts of Nazis. They leave brutal messages, carve scars into history, and make themselves the nightmare whispered about in every German camp. Their reputation spreads like wildfire, and soon the name Bastards means certain death. But the Bastards are not the only ones with unfinished business. A young woman, once a victim of the Nazi terror, survives by a twist of fate. Shmuel Landa, the relentless SS officer who brought death to her family, has one last visit to pay. Years later, in Paris, she owns a small cinema under a false identity. And when a celebrated German war hero takes an interest in her theater, her path becomes tied to the highest ranks of the Reich. For her, vengeance is not just a possibility, it's destiny. And so, two plots, one born of soldiers, the other of a survivor, collide on a single night. A glittering film premiere, attended by the most powerful figures of Nazi Germany, including the very SS officers who orchestrate the massacre at the farmhouse. The stage is set, explosives are smuggled inside, secret plans are whispered in the shadows, and yet no one knows the other's hand is at play. The theater glimmers with champagne and uniforms, but behind the screen, the real story waits. A film reel, carefully hidden, becomes the spark. When the lights dim and the projector whirs, the trap is sprung. Smoke fills the air, gunfire erupts from the balconies. The bastards rain down chaos, their vengeance unleashed in a storm of bullets and fire. In the chaos, the young survivor seizes her moment. Flames devour the screen, consuming the theater in an inferno of justice. The once untouchable leaders of the Reich are trapped. No soldiers, no escape, no mercy. History, in this story, burns to ash. When the smoke clears, both plans, one personal, one military, have succeeded. The war takes a new turn, not as it was, but as Tarantino dares to imagine it. We've reached the end of our story, but before we go, let's take a moment to appreciate the brilliance of this extraordinary tale. From the opening moments of terror in the French farmhouse to the explosive climax at the hands of Lieutenant Aldo Raine and the legendary Inglourious Basterds, we've been on a journey through a war-torn Europe where fate, vengeance, and the thirst for justice intertwine. Now it's time for you to join the conversation. What did you think of this alternate history of World War II? How does Tarantino's vision of vengeance and retribution resonate with you? And which character from Inglourious Basterds left the most indelible mark on you? Share your thoughts, your reactions, and your theories in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe, because every comment and like fuels our passion for bringing more incredible stories to life. Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and keep those stories alive in your hearts and minds. Thank you for watching.